Well, howdy, y'all, and welcome to Fer Friday for number 63. I'm Bunny Barnes. Good to see y'all. That was Coming Into the Room music was Puff the Magic Dragon. Warren already mentioned it. I think Mike Burbick, too. Good old Puff. It was written by Peter Yarrow of Peter, Paul, and Mary. But it was actually from a poem written by Leonard Lipton. I didn't know this until David Falcone said it on one of his shows. He was 19 when he wrote it, and he was actually studying Ogden Nash's poem Custard the Dragon, and he couldn't get it out of his head, so he sat down at Peter Yarrow's typewriter and typed out this poem. And then a bit later, Peter put the music to it, and it was made popular by Peter, Paul, and Mary in 1962. I'm playing it today because today is 11 years since I retired from German teaching. I'll talk about that in a second, but let me say hello to some people. Hey, Mike Burbick, first person in the room. John Montanez from that West Coast. Thanks for joining us. Warren Bendler, you just did a really fine set. I enjoyed that. And David Falcone, you did a fine set as well this morning, and I shared both of yours to my page. I also shared Steve Edelman's, and Martin McNeil. So they're on my news feed if you go back. Scott Peck is here, and as well as Mark Matthews from the Guitar League. And Arlene made it. Hey, Arlene, good to see you. Is today Paul's birthday? Yeah, I think it's today or tomorrow is Paul McCartney's 80th birthday. Arlene would know. Toby Simmons, my co-host, is here. Thank you. Thanks for being my co-host. And Jan Anderson, photographer extraordinaire. Jan Anderson has done all the photos for my new CD as well as editing my words. So thank you, Jan Anderson. You're a fine photographer and writer. Rosemary Ross is here. Yeah. From Dave's room. Dave Mason, thank you for joining from Scotland. And Rick Polari. Appreciate that. Thanks for coming. James Leo, thank you for joining. Hey, good to see you too. Joe Owers is here. Ken Tyrell, thank you for coming. Having a little voice problem today. Oh, it's the 18th. All right. Thanks, Arlene. So I was made mention of of my retirement. Today would be 11 years since I retired from German teaching. Yeah, it was a long time ago, 2011. And today would have been the first day I was retired 11 years ago. And I used to use German songs in my classroom. Kids really loved it. And Puff was one of the songs. Hey, Annette Worley. Puff was one of the songs that I sang with them. Well, I don't sing much, but... Puff, der Zauberdrachen, lebte am Meer, auf einem Inselparadies, doch das ist schon lang her. Der kleine Jackie Paper liebte den Puff so sehr und ritt auf Puff vergnügten Frau auf über Land und Meer. Oh, Puff, der Zauberdrachen, lebte am Meer, auf einem Inselparadies, doch das ist schon lang her. Der kleine Jackie Paper liebte den Puff so sehr und ritt auf Puff vergnügten Frau auf über Land und Meer. Puff the Zauberdrache. And I would use music a lot in my classroom for the kids. They loved it. I would take songs like that they knew, and they knew the words to, they knew the melody to, and I'd put them in German for them so they could sing along with me. It was really fabulous. And I would use music in my classroom as a learning tool. Like I would take the prepositions and put them to the Blue Danube Waltz, and they were dative prepositions. I used sign language, so die for dative, die for dative, and I would sing aus außer bei mit nach seit von zu Danube, Blue Danube Waltz, die dative, and they really picked up on these things. I would sing the pronouns to songs, and I would hear them during quizzes, and things like ich, I, du, you, singular, familiar, as the s, he, she, it, wir, we, ihr, you, plural, familiar, sie, they, sie, you, singular, plural, polite, eins, zwei. The kids loved it, and they remembered things. They remembered the grammar points, and years later, when my kids came to Facebook and found me on Facebook, they'd say, hey, Frau Barnes, of course, I still remember all my songs and all my pronouns and verb to be, and it was a really great learning tool. Very often, some of my kids will show up on the live stream. Debbie Fried will show up. She's the mother of one of my German kids, two of my German students. Anyway, enough of that babble. Let me get on the first tune for you. This was written by American folk musician Phil Oakes. He wrote this in 1963 and recorded it twice. Once for the New Folks album 2, and in 1964, and in the concert album in 1966. But the one that I first heard was by Joan Baez in 1964. It became a hit and topped number 50 on the Billboard charts. I've heard Raleigh Brown do it. I've heard David Falcone do it as well. So here you go. There But For Fortune. Hey, Slim. Fortune. Yeah. Thanks, honey. Thank you. So thanks so much. I missed a couple people in here. Who did I miss? John Sprouse came in, I know. Here you go. Hey, John, go back and listen to the beginning. You missed my German. I know you like that. Yeah, it is a sweet song, David. Thanks so much. Who else did I miss? Sartorius. Ach so. Grüß dich. I did some German in the beginning. Go back and listen to the beginning. It's all in German. Thanks for coming. Vielen Dank. So I want to retune this now and encourage you to share this page. And I want to say thanks to Toby Simmons for advertising me on the West Coast. She's my co-host. And I will check the comments later and respond to each and every one of you, I promise. And if you share it, as well as I've shared it, then other friends that you know can get to know me. So I appreciate that. I want to say hi to my invisible friends, Kit Cocker, Linda Borster, Bob Salzburg, Craig Petrun, Daryl Anderson, Joel Biget, and any others that I might have missed. Thanks for sharing, Dave. Any others that I might have missed, you might be invisible to ECAM, and that could be why I'm not seeing your name come up. And I think Lawrence Schubert is going to be doing his Fingerbuster Friday today. I think, is that right, Toby? I think he's at 4:30 today, so I won't be checking the comments right away. I'll be watching Lawrence because I learn a lot from Lawrence. And tomorrow, Dakota Dave is doing Guitar Day at 11 o'clock. He's a great guitarist. Plays some banjo too. So go watch Dakota Dave at 11. These are all Eastern Standard Times. Raleigh Brown will be back on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. with his All Request show. 10:30 a.m. I usually watch it on replay because I don't usually get up that time. Sorry about this. And then Tim Eady is doing his... Oh, and then Raleigh will also be back Monday and Wednesday for his usual 3 o'clock show. Tim Eady just sent a note saying that he's doing his Sleepy Time tune set on Sunday at 4:30 Eastern Time. That's what it said on my page. It's usually 5:30, but I'll be checking at 4:30 just to make sure. I don't want to miss Tim. He's got a new CD. Hey, Barb Garcia. He's got a new CD out. Debbie Fried, go back and listen to the beginning. I talked about you. I talked about German and the German classroom. Debbie is the mom of 2 of my German students. I did Puff der Zauberdrachen. Tim Eady's Sunday, Raleigh Brown is Sunday. Anthony Snape will be Sunday around 6 p.m. From Australia, and Andrew Clark 7 from Canada. And I'm not sure if Lawrence is doing his Moody Monday or not, but he'll probably announce that today on his Fingerbuster Friday. So check into Lawrence at 4:30. Muriel Anderson, I just had a lesson with Muriel. I should not be doing that right now. I don't have the time to learn the tune, but it's always on tape, so I can actually go back and learn it later. Anthony will be on tonight at 7 p.m. Thank you, Jan Anderson. All right, so there's a little change for you. Check out Anthony tonight. That's a good time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then don't forget Meredith Axelrod and Craig Ventresco, Saturday at 11, Sunday brunch at 3, and Monday through Thursday at 11. If you're in this area, I will be back at Vino by Zeno Saturday from 4 to 7. It's supposed to be, it's really hot today. It's about 90 degrees here today, so I hope it's a little cooler tomorrow. It's outside under a tent, so no sun, but it's be pretty warm if it's like today. I think it's supposed to be a little cooler overnight. It's supposed to cool off. And then on Sunday, I will be back at Maxwell's on Main for Brunch with Bunny, noon to 3. Last month they had to cancel me. Somebody in the kitchen got sick, so I'm hoping that this month is a go. So far, so good. So if you're in the area, I hope to see you either at Vino by Zeno or Maxwell's on Main. If you need further information about that, go to bunnybarnes.com, and all the information is there. I want to wish a happy Father's Day to anyone out there. We all have a father, present or past. My dad's been gone 30 years, but I still think about him every Father's Day, of course. And my husband's a dad, so happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. The second song is actually an aria composed in 1934 by George Gershwin in 1935 for the opera Porgy and Bess. The lyrics were written by DuBose Hayward, and actually it was later attributed to Ira Gershwin. Thanks for coming, David. Check the replay on this one. I think you'll like it. It was later attributed the words to Ira Gershwin, but it was really written by DuBose Hayward, and became a popular jazz standard, but was an attempt by Gershwin to create his own spiritual in the style of African American folk music of that period. We have Juneteenth coming up, and I thought this might be appropriate for that. It was first recorded in 1935 by Abby Mitchell, and also first recorded version to top the charts was recorded by Billie Holiday in 1936. It was also recorded by Sam Cooke, Ricky Nelson. I love finding out these facts. Janis Joplin and Chaka Khan. You know, I bring out this tune every season, and a friend of mine, Donna Suresh, always asks for this tune, and that's why I learned it. And it's that time, Tuesday, it's going to be. Rosemary got it. Summertime. Summertime. Thanks, honey. Thank you so much. Wow, so let me see who I missed. People came in the middle of that. Axel, hello. Yeah, Martin McNeil was on. Yeah, I know. Axel, go back to the beginning. I was using some German. I think you'll enjoy it. And Rachel Taylor, thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it. Such cool comments. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's wonderful to have you here today. I'm really excited. I just got an email today that I'm going to the Chet Atkins convention in July, and last year I played on stage, and I had written to Mark Pritchard, who's the leader of Cass, and had asked him if I could play this year, and I hadn't really heard whether or not I was playing or not, but I got an email from Artisan's Guitar, who sponsors the Maton. And there I am. Bunny Barnes! So I am playing at Cass this year, and this is the first I'm hearing about it. I wrote and asked if I could, but Mark never got back to me, so I really didn't know for sure. But I'm so excited. I really am going to be on stage at Cass this year again. So I'll be seeing Jan Anderson there, and Chris Mealy, and a lot of the Tommy folk. Scott Peck, I think Scott Peck is coming this year. Are you, Scott? Let me know. So thank you so much for coming today. I'm really excited. I plan to be back here for Two for Friday at 4, number 64 next week. Letting the guitar be my voice heals my soul. And I just hope that my music makes you happy. I feel like I'm in the happy business. So please stay safe. Be well. COVID is still out there. Just be careful. Thanks so much for the kind comments. I will check them, I promise. Go watch Lawrence Juber at 4:30 for Fingerbuster Friday. There is a PayPal link if you care to donate. It's never necessary, but always appreciated. And there's a Venmo link as well. So thank you all again. I love you all. Take care and see you next week for Two for Friday at 4. Maybe this weekend live. Take care. Bye-bye. Love y'all.